There's a moment many of us eventually reach. More often, it appears as a heavy silence, working harder, following the advice. And yet, something still isn't moving. The goals feel distant. Success always seems to require one more push. Here's what nobody wants to say out loud. That exhaustion may not mean you need to try harder. We live in a culture that celebrates pressure. The person who hustles hardest wins. The person who sleeps less must want it more. This belief runs so deep that when something isn't working, we automatically assume we aren't pushing hard enough. But that mindset has a cost. It costs you your nervous system. It costs you your joy. And ironically, it can cost you the very results you're chasing. Because when every action comes from desperation, fear, and the need to control the outcome, you stop moving with clarity. You move with tension. Think about the people who seem to attract opportunities naturally. They don't appear to be forcing everything, yet the right connections keep arriving. What do they understand? It isn't always talent or luck. And by trust, I don't mean passive wishful thinking. I don't mean sitting still and hoping life delivers everything you want. I mean a deep, grounded confidence that what is right for you can unfold without being forced. You make decisions from clarity rather than panic, and the things you have been chasing often begin moving toward you. Before we go further, subscribe to the channel if these conversations about mindset, peace, trust, and inner growth resonate with you. We explore these ideas in depth every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. One of the biggest misunderstandings is that trust means doing nothing. People imagine someone lying on a couch, waiting for the universe to deliver success. That isn't trust. That's avoidance. Real trust is active. It takes action, but not from fear or desperation. It moves from a quiet, inner conviction that the next step is enough. You do the work, but you don't white-knuckle it. You take action, but you aren't constantly running from failure. You are moving towards something rather than trying to escape something. That difference changes everything. When you operate from trust, you stop making decisions simply to relieve discomfort. Think about how many wrong turns in your life came from being unable to tolerate uncertainty. How many relationships did you remain in because you didn't trust that something healthier could come? How many opportunities did you accept because you were afraid of being left behind? How often did you act too quickly because waiting felt unbearable? Trust teaches you to pause before reacting. It teaches you that slow does not necessarily mean wrong. Silence does not mean nothing is happening. And a delay is not always a denial. That shift is enormous. You stop measuring success only by outcomes and begin measuring it by alignment. You become more sensitive to what is true rather than merely reacting to what feels urgent. You stop silencing your intuition to pursue things that look impressive from the outside but feel empty within. You can force your way toward a goal and still arrive completely lost. You can force the promotion, the relationship, the lifestyle, the body, the income, or the recognition, and still feel hollow when you get there. Force may carry you to a destination, but it can empty you along the way. Trust builds something more sustainable. It respects your energy, your pace, and the person you are becoming. It allows you to remain whole during the journey, rather than postponing your well-being until the finish line. But there is a reason trust feels frightening to many people. A part of you may believe that if you stop pushing so hard, everything will collapse. That fear usually comes from somewhere. Maybe you learned that love had to be earned. If that was your experience, trust may initially feel irresponsible. It may feel like weakness or surrender. It feels more like a long overdue exhale. And this is where I want to tell you about something designed to support that shift. Many people consume books, podcasts, courses, and strategies, but still feel as though the pieces never come together. That's because information alone is rarely enough. You need a coherent system that helps you apply what you are learning. The Self-Mastery Bundle was created for that purpose. It includes 30 guides and more than 210 interactive tools designed to help you move from self-doubt and overwhelm toward clarity, discipline, and purpose. It covers mindset, habits, productivity, confidence, and intentional living as parts of one connected system. You can find the details in the description below. It is currently available at a special launch price. Now, stay with me, because the practice I promised is coming shortly. Here is something deeply aligned people understand. The more tightly you grip an outcome, the more you reveal that you do not trust yourself to handle what happens. That is why control is so exhausting. Control runs on fear, and fear demands constant feeding. It needs constant checking, reassurance, comparison, explanation, and proof. Trust is quieter. It does not require you to announce every achievement, justify every boundary, or explain every decision. It's steady, grounded, unperformed. And from that place, your energy becomes less desperate and more compelling. People respond differently when you make this shift. They sense something has changed before they can explain it. You become more present, more rooted, and the world often begins meeting that version of you with opportunities that reflect it. Here is the final truth. When you stop obstructing your own path with overthinking, over-controlling, and over-efforting, things can begin aligning more quickly. Not because you pushed harder, but because you stopped fighting every moment. Trust your timing. Trust the stillness. Trust the discomfort, especially when it is asking you to release something that no longer belongs in your life. What is truly right for you should not require you to drag it into existence through constant panic. And now, here is the practice I promised. Every morning, before checking your phone or opening your to-do list, sit quietly for 2 minutes. Place your hand on your chest and take 3 slow breaths. Then ask yourself, what am I trying to force today that I could trust instead? Do not rush to answer intellectually. Notice what happens in your body. Notice where you feel tension, resistance, or pressure. Carry that awareness with you throughout the day. Whenever you notice yourself gripping, straining, or trying to control everything, pause, breathe, soften. Then choose your next action from trust rather than fear. 2 minutes. 1 question. Practiced consistently, it can change the way you work, decide, relate, and move through uncertainty. And speaking of letting go, there is another video waiting for you on the screen right now about how what you want often arrives when you stop clinging to it. Watch that next, because it takes this idea of trust one step further and explores what becomes possible when you finally stop forcing what cannot be forced. Click it now.